afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Toad TV. We are the Crafty Toads, and you can find us all over as Toad Hollow NJ, mostly on Instagram. On Ravelry, we have a Ravelry group called the Crafty Toads, which, you know, surprisingly, that works. I am Mary Beth.
I'm Helen.
And we are the creative hands and minds behind Toad Hollow, where we dye yarn and make bags for project bags for creative people. And that black tail you see is Tabitha because it is
150 degrees.
with 100% humidity, and Tabitha has decided that now she's a lab cat and she's going to sit on Ellen's lap. Up until now, she will hiss and spit if you get anywhere near her, but now that it's 100 degrees or 100% humidity, only place she wants to be is on Helen's lap.
And I'm wearing a pink shirt, so why not make it black?
Hey, a little depth of color. Come on, you know adding little bits of black adds depth of color, so it's all, she's trying to help. Oh my gosh. All right, so we are coming to you from the Jersey Shore, Long Beach Island, and as we mentioned,
It's hot. Summer came.
Yep.
So we had a really good spring. We really did. It was temperature-wise, for a long once. Yeah.
We had a beautiful
It's
spring.
been a while since we haven't gone from cold to summer.
Yeah, oh, that's true.
So that we really had a nice extended spring. A lot of rain.
I now have cat hair in my eyelash.
Okay. And so, but now we went away and brought back the heat and humidity.
Yep. You're welcome, New Jersey.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's not like it's a big surprise.
No.
I was looking in my journal, and last year, exactly on this yesterday it is so clammy outside.
Yeah, it does get a little bit.
The end of June, and it's humid in New Jersey.
Yep. And I am so happy that we have picked up cross stitching, because last night I did not want to touch wool.
No.
Did not want to touch it at all. So having a cross stitching project was really nice.
Yeah, we were both all set to pick up our knitting, and I'm like, my hands are just, I can't touch wool. So.
The good thing about this weather is it's making me drink lots of water, which is very good for me.
Yeah.
All right. We are on episode 94, which I cannot believe.
Neither can I.
But that means that our centennial episode is coming up.
Dun, dun.
And we have plans. So we have some really good prizes that we are going to be giving away as part of the centennial episode.
Yeah.
So you're going to want to watch that one. But just to get you ready, it's going to be in about, 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Because we're doing about 1 a week.
1 a week, yeah.
So about 6 weeks.
So by the end of summer.
Yeah. Perfect time.
Yeah.
Perfect time. Okay. All right. So let's talk. We got lots to talk about.
Okay.
Try Wizarding Tournament.
Okay.
July is coming up, so we are getting ready for the second challenge, but lots of people have finished their first challenge
I'm
already.
so
Impressed
and ecstatic with how many people joined, and then how many people, because it was a challenging pattern.
Yes, this was.
And how many people finished,
Including Helen.
including me.
I
will
did
show
not.
mine.
I am a quitter. I am a proud quitter of that one.
And I mean, the finished product is really kind of cool.
It is. It's
I'll
beautiful.
show mine. I will show it right side up.
Which, is that it?
Yep.
Okay.
See the tops of my trees?
Yeah.
So this is my As One Fairy to Another Cowl, knit up in our Loyal Badger colorway, because I am a Hufflepuff. I will put it on for you.
No, don't.
For about 3.5 seconds.
Oh my God.
Just so you can see. It's wool. It breathes. That's what we tell our mother.
Yeah.
She can't believe that we would want to wear a short sleeve wool sweater. So.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. And when the weather warrants, it'll be perfect to just have to sit on my neck. Also be a tuck in a coat or something.
Right.
But now it's time to take it off.
It's big enough that it'll go up over your ears if it's very
Oh yeah,
windy.
if I want to do the whole hat thing. And look at this pattern.
It's gorgeous.
I mean, it's a really, what's the word I'm looking for? Gratifying looking finish.
Yeah.
For all the work that went into it, it looks like all the work went into it. So, I used about 70 grams.
I think you should hold it up closer so people can really see the pattern.
Okay. I had it up before. I used, it's about, I used 70 grams because I have exactly 30 grams left in my cake. So it's a really cool thing. And once you got the handle of the pattern and the bobbles, it took you a while.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it was that annoying. So a lot of purling. I think the purling bothered me more than anything else. So I was blocking it this morning with a steam iron because I went up a needle size because I wanted it stretchier and looser than it looked like it was going to be. I didn't feel the need to wet block it, so I just steamed it this morning. And as I'm doing it, there's a stretch in my bind off where I had dropped 6 stitches in a row somehow. I have no idea. But I had this great big gap. And you really can't. Can you find it?
Yes. Right. But I have to look closely, and I know it's there. And it's not wrapped around your neck.
Right.
Besides, you can see where it is, so you just put that part in the back and nobody's going to know.
Yeah. So it was a little random thing.
Design element.
And I have absolutely no idea how it happened. It's not like the yarn broke or anything like that, but how...
Oh, you know what? You were binding off as we were driving down, and I wonder if we went over a bump or something and a couple of stitches pulled out and you didn't realize
And
it.
I didn't realize.
Because you were binding it off in the car.
How could they... It was bound off, though. They were part of the bind off.
I don't know. I don't understand it.
It's very weird.
Poltergeist.
We've had poltergeists.
We've had strange things happening.
Okay. Anyway, so.
Done.
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 Challenge 1. Accepted. Completed. Mic drop on time.
Walk off the stage.
Yep.
All right. Anybody else who is finished, if you haven't put your finished project in the finished thread, please do. We are going to pick a prize on Monday. We're going to be giving away the Mr. and Mrs. Couples hat by Andrew Epperson, who is the guy who knits. And we're also going, it's a pattern, and we are going to be giving away a skein of yarn and a mini skein so that you can do the color work, and there's a pom-pom to go with it. So you're getting a pattern, the wool, and a pom-pom. So it's going to be a really nice giveaway, but we're picking the prize from the pictures from the finished thread. So if you have put it on Ravelry, you're good. If you have put it on Instagram, please make sure you put it in the finished thread as well.
And just make sure you get it in the finished thread, because there are multiple Tri-Wizarding tournament threads.
Right.
And it's called First Challenge Finished. I mean,
I think it actually says finished thread.
It says finished thread.
And then Tri-Wizard channel. And, Tri-Wizard Tournament First Challenge.
Yeah.
So it finished is right there in big letters.
Right. And I know some people had originally put their finishes in the whip thread, but I'm pretty sure almost all of them moved it over.
Okay.
So I think we're good. So it's just any stragglers left. You've got 2 days left. 3 days with today.
And we're not picking till Monday, so if you, as long as you get it in before Monday, you're good.
Yeah, and then Monday we will open up the thread for the second challenge.
Right, we're going to do
I didn't bring my yarn.
Oh, so before we do the second challenge, we are picking a prize from the whip thread to do a giveaway. While we were away, we went to the Kringle Candle Company in Bernardston, Massachusetts. And we got a bunch of candles. So we have 2 candles. We're giving one away to Tri-Wizarding Tournament and one to our Brunswick Tea thread. So we picked a winner from the
whip thread.
The whip thread. And the whip thread was
Pan's Pug.
Pan's Pug. I did not write down the number. But here's your picture.
I'm pretty sure it was 152.
Okay. Anyway. Shoot. Okay. This is a picture.
She had it all ready to go.
I know. This is a picture of Pan's Pug. That is her partially finished one. She is already finished and in the finished thread. She used our Felix Felicis yarn, and it looks absolutely spectacular.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. So, Pan's Pug, please get in touch with us and send us your information. You can send it to either Helen or me on Ravelry, and we will mail out your candle.
Yeah.
And you can pick either Spellbound or Lemon Lavender, and whoever gets back in touch with us first will get the candle that they like, because the Brunswick tea gets to pick too.
Okay.
So, all right, that is that. Okay, so challenge number 2.
Challenge number 2, we put out a hint that, so I don't think it's going to come as a surprise to anybody that challenge number 2 is going to be socks.
Just in case you.
Just in case you didn't get it from, pick your favorite sock needles. So,
We
Meredith
have
and
picked
I
our yarn.
are all ready to go.
Yep.
Because we do yarn 2 at a time. So we kicked ours up into 2 cakes each.
I am doing mine in Moonstone. Look at that gorgeousness. Oh my god, love that.
And mine is herbology class. These are mine. So we are all set to go. We bought new needles and everything.
I am set. Good to go for that. All right.
And you're going to need, the other hint was you're going to, sorry. I know some people may have had enough of this in the first challenge.
There are no bobbles.
It's not a bobble. There will never be another bobble in the Tri-Wizarding Tournament, I promise. But you will need a cable needle.
But the pattern is gorgeous.
Yes.
It's so cool.
I'm very excited about it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of, it's the perfect weather for knitting socks.
Yeah.
So
Very excited about this one. All right. Yeah, so that is the Tri-Wizarding Tournament. I think
Yeah.
that pretty much covers it.
I did want to say, if you did not, if you're like Mary Beth, you started and you just couldn't get through the cowl, or you just, you joined too late and you didn't think you'd get the cowl done, join in for the second challenge. You don't have to do all 3 of them. As you can see, we're picking random prizes from the
Whip threads.
The whip threads. We're picking random prizes from the
Finished thread.
the finished thread and the hints where you're showing your yarn. Sometimes we pick from there. So, and I mean, you may not win the final point challenge, but
We're giving away lots
we're
of
giving away
prizes over
lots
the
of
summer.
prizes. Teresa, so nice. She sent us a box of yarn.
Teresa, thank you so much.
Yeah.
She sent us project keepers and
Stitch markers and just skeins and skeins of yarn to give away for the challenge. So we have that whole box to give away individually.
Right.
So those are lots of little prizes to give away. We've got a knitting map from Paige the Framer.
we've been picking up things as we go away to places. So
Yeah.
we've got lots of bits and pieces that we've been picking up. So we're just adding to it.
Yeah, and everybody was so great on the first challenge, helping each other out with it and interacting. So yeah, come join us for the second challenge.
Right. Even if you're like me and you didn't finish it. Because we will have, you know what? I may pick a prize from the people who didn't finish. All right. All right, moving on to our next
Okay.
thread. All right, so
Is that
we
the
are
project?
doing another knit along.
We're doing a nickel
Oh
log.
my God, my words are not working this week. Yesterday morning, we got woken up at 5 o'clock in the morning because one of the smoke alarms in my room went on the fritz. And 5 o'clock in the morning, it started beeping.
But it only beeped twice.
And then Helen, I took the dogs outside because it totally freaks them out. So I took them outside, and Helen got up on a ladder to change the battery because that also
I
freaks
was
them
gonna
out.
say, Spike has many things that freak him out. Smoke alarms and us on ladders.
2 of them.
2 are the bigger ones.
So I took them out. Helen changed the battery. We got back inside. Everybody had just fallen back to sleep, and at 5:45 in the morning, the damn thing went off again.
Again, 2 beeps, but long beeps. Not the
Right.
beep beep, the battery's dying. It's beep beep, there's something going on.
So we
Took the dogs back outside.
took the dogs back outside. Helen tried to disconnect it because, and I know people might get worried because we're disconnecting the fire alarm. In our section, where our rooms are next to each other. I have a smoke alarm, Helen has a smoke alarm, and then there's a smoke alarm in the hallway that connects our 2 rooms.
Right.
So that there are smoke alarms all over the place there, so if there's something happening,
We're covered.
we're covered. We did have a fire in this house, and my mother has wired this house with so many smoke alarms It's
Yeah.
unbelievable. The thing she also did was she linked them all together so that if something bad happens to one of them, all the smoke alarms in the whole house go off.
Which, if you think about it, in the instance for which they are intended, this is a very good thing. At 5:30 in the morning,
When you're trying to get the thing to stop.
when you're trying to get it to shut up, and you have animals, you have cats going to the four corners of the house, dogs freaking out. Anyway,
We finally...
I couldn't disconnect it, so we put another battery in, and that made the red light go away. So we're like, okay, we're up, let's just get going. Marybeth's in the shower, and it was like every half hour. So the damn thing went off while Marybeth was in the shower, and then it didn't go off again for
8 hours.
8 hours. And then it went off again, and we're like, fine, I'm ripping. If I have to cut the wires, I'm good.
So we disconnected it and we're taking it to, we're going to get in touch with the manufacturer or take it to Lowe's and see if they
And
can
just
tell
get
us what's
another one.
going on. So yesterday was a fun day.
And then all 3 lights in the hall went out. It really is. This is
Really weird.
haunted. I think my dad's here.
All right. Yeah, but he wouldn't be doing that.
He wants us out. I don't know.
Okay. Anyway, back to the Brunswick tea because that made perfect sense.
Because we can't speak.
Yeah, that's it. It is. It's because my words aren't working. All right, Brunswick tea. We are doing a knit along for the Brunswick tea. We have
By Olive Knits.
by Olive Knits, who is Marie Green. This is the picture. Just imagine this without a denim jacket and short sleeves. And that is what the Brunswick tea looks like. I love this sweater. I really do.
I'm very excited to have this sweater done.
Yes.
I am, we're both in the same section where it's just miles and miles of stocking it.
This is
Very
mine.
good TV and gardening.
Yes. Okay, so this is where I am. I am doing mine in Lucy.
Here, turn around because you get a better look at the
Okay.
gathered.
All right, so
Here, lift it up. Here, there you go, because you can see. This
you
is
tell me what to do.
okay. So this is where she did the giant increase, and so that this is where I'm trying to form my words. The gathered, wider part is,
Okay.
and you can really see it there. Okay, you can put it down.
Thank you. Okay. Anyway, I am about 5 inches past the big increase. I'm supposed to go to 6 inches, so I have about an inch. And then
you do short rows.
short rows, and then I think I go into
And
my
then
color.
color.
So it's gonna be so pretty, so pretty. I love it.
Did you say what the color was?
Yes, this is Lucy, and then my color work at the bottom is going to be Acorn, which is green. It's going to all meld together beautifully. I love it. But yeah, it's just going on and on and on. And I did not, as I said, do anything on it yesterday. I usually try and do a little bit on it every night, and I did not do anything on it yesterday. And the day before, not sure why I didn't. The day before I was really tired, and it was just. I said to Helen, "I'm sitting here, and I've got it like this." And I looked down. I'm like, "You haven't knit in like 15 minutes because I was just
we were
so
watching
tired."
it was the end of the Amazing Race.
Oh, that's right. We were pushing ourselves to finish it. So that's where I am on my my Brunswick. It is coming along, and hopefully by the next time we talk, I will have some other color in there. But we shall see.
I am a couple inches, like probably 3. What did we figure? I was 2 inches.
Yes, that looks about 2 inches.
Yeah, but 3 sticking in my head. Maybe I stretched it. I
Because
don't
you
know.
need 3 inches to catch up to me. Maybe you were
Maybe.
3 inches behind me.
Okay. Some of us were knitting cowls this month.
Oh, you really? You can't do that. That's it. That is the last time you get to do that.
Oh, we sold something.
We sold something. Okay.
So I have got about 2 inches from the increase, which is where this blue marker is. Mine is standing stones. I have a very short
Okay.
cable, so watch out. Our standing stones color, it's a very soft gray with the color speckles. I adore this color.
I was not sure I was going to like it as much as I do. I'm a fan of gray, but I like putting it together with like pink or yellow or something like that. But that alone with the speckles, I am so in love with that.
It's gonna go with everything.
It is.
So,
Gorgeous.
So I've got probably another 3 inches to go before.
4 inches?
Do I have to do 6? Then it must be like 3 inches. Anyway,
Whatever.
I have a very long way to go before I get to think about doing anything other than stockinette. So that is my Brunswick.
It is very nice to have something that is just straight stockinette though.
It is.
Because our novellis, we both have split for our novellis, so now you're doing, it is stockinette, but you're doing knitting and then you have to purl back.
Right. And social situations, car,
Yes.
TV, it's the perfect thing. It's just knit, 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 knit.
Right.
So slip your marker and knit, 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 knit.
It's gorgeous.
I mean, my most challenging thing is I am alternating skeins, so.
I'm not. I am about to, oh no, my novelli, I'm about to run out on my novelli.
Are you?
Mm-hmm. Of the first skein of gold.
Oh, you had a short skein because I had used it.
Okay.
But that's about what I have left of my first 2 skeins.
Cool. Very cool.
Are you on your second skein?
Yeah. Yeah, I've kind of faded it in a little bit in that I did every other row for maybe 2
Can't
rows.
tell.
And then you couldn't tell. So I thought,
Yeah.
why am I doing this?
Right.
I'm just going to move it right in. All right. So we picked a winner from the Brunswick Tea knit along page.
And this is going all summer, so if you want to join us, come join us.
Yeah, you didn't have to have started right at the beginning because our sister Amanda just catched on. All right, so again, 2 candles. You get either Spellbound or Lemon Lavender. The first person to get in touch with us and give us their information and tell us which one you want will be the one that gets to choose. And our random number was 23, which actually was Helen, so we went to 24, and it is Christine Williams. And that is a picture of her so far, which she is doing in Sarah Crew, and I just love it.
And I love that Christine and
A couple other people.
Liz Zimmerman, all once they got to the big increase, they went and finished their sleeves and did the collar, which I think is great. And I think ultimately I may end up doing that when I get a little bored with my stockinette. I may just say, I'm gonna go do my neck for a little bit.
Right. Well, it just makes the top look so finished.
Yeah.
So that I really love it, and I also love the idea of once you cast off that last stitch on the bottom, you are done.
Yeah.
You're ready to go.
So I'm thinking it depends on what the detail is. I might do the detail on my sleeves or the color. That's why I'm holding off on my sleeves.
Yes, I'm definitely going to do
Yeah.
at least
At least
least
the
1 or
ribbing.
2 rounds
Yeah.
in the ribbing and
But
my color.
I know there's some color work.
Is there really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So I might just figure that out and just do that on my sleeves too.
Right.
So
Okay.
I'll hold off on my sleeves until I do the color.
All right. So, Christine, get in touch with us. Let us know that you've seen this, and we will send you your
You just have to let us know what your
preferences.
because we have your address.
Yeah. All right. That is that. Our next sweater is the Novelli.
This is the theme of the day.
I have gotten, as I said, I have split. So here is the way mine is looking right now. I'm on 2 different needles, so I have to be careful, but.
One of these days I'm actually going to iron that down.
No, it's just pulled through. It's no biggie.
Oh, but the stitches aren't coming off? Okay.
Oh, no. Alright. Just trying to figure out which is the front and which is the back.
But that's how much you've done on your whole splitting.
Because
God, it's gorgeous.
it really is pretty. Alright, so this is where I am.
Ah,
That's where I am right now.
We should put together kits in nice colors.
All right, so my gold on the top is ROUS for rodents of unusual size. The brown is I'm not really left-handed. And the pink is Sassenach. But if we put together kits, we'll put it together with Mowage because it just goes so well and it's very, very similar.
And it's all the Princess Bride colors.
And it's all Princess Bride colors.
Yeah.
So that is my progress so far. I have done maybe 5 rows after the split. Nothing really earth-shattering. But yeah, that's where I am. I love it. I really love it. I think it is gorgeous. However, right now I'm kind of with my mother, and the thought of putting wool on me just makes me cringe.
However,
but
if
it is
you're
going
in
to
an
be
air-conditioned
perfect.
convention center or
Right. The fall.
New Jersey Sheep and Wool or Catskills or something.
Right, it's going to be absolutely perfect.
So this is mine. Oh, I love it. Mine is much less defined as far as color changes. And I am about exactly the same spot. I've done maybe 5 rows on my back. So this is my back.
How can you tell?
That's where the yarn is.
Oh, good thought. I didn't even think to look at that.
So Crookshanks is my main color, and Acorn and ROUS are my color work. So
Spectacular. Very fall.
it is. I'm yes. So,
Loving it.
yes.
Loving
Okay.
it.
That's what it was. Somebody asked us whether we are following it to pattern because it's kind of a crop sweater. It's not that much of a crop sweater, but it's a little bit of a crop. So what I did was I measured it so that it hits me at the top, right at my waist. That's at the ribbing is right at my waist. That's where I was measuring from to decide when to split for the sleeves, knowing that this is going to grow
Right.
because it's all superwash merino.
I took mine about maybe a ½ an inch longer because I did mine so it just skimmed the top of my hips.
Yeah. So it calls for to go 4 inches from the color work before you split, and I went 4.5. So that's how I measured mine because I didn't want it. I don't want it to be like a full-on sweater, but I also don't want a total crop. I do not have the shape for that.
Right.
So
I took a picture from another sweater that we're going to talk about in just a second, but I love what this this lady did. This is
well, we'll just go into talking about it because we're done.
the Pocket Pals, but she did a tank top underneath so that if she raises her arms, you still have a tank or fabric underneath. So I think that is what I am planning to do with all these sweaters is I'm going to wear a tank top underneath or a camisole or something like that underneath. And
or
then
if you have a dress.
Yes.
And you're wearing it over like a sleeveless dress or something like that.
It's going to be perfect. But they're all made to be loose so that they're made to go over something.
Yeah.
So if you have a thin tank top underneath, it's going to be perfectly fine. And as Helen said, we're not 20. We don't have the perfect, shape or anything like that. So that for us,
nobody needs to see this.
Right.
Not even me.
So for us wearing a tank top underneath, I think that looks so pretty.
Yeah.
I think that just looks so good. Just in case your arm goes up, you've got just a little bit to cover.
Yeah.
So that sweater is the ripple top sweater because I saw somebody doing it on Instagram and I'm like, oh, well, now I have to do that.
Right.
And because you guys all know how I feel about my
Benetton.
the Benetton and the whole ribbing look. I love it. So we decided that we are going to cast on the ripple sweater. And this is what that one looks like. It's not a terribly good picture because she used a very light color yarn, which I love, but that's what it looks like. So it's the ripple crop top sweater. By Jessie May Martinson of Jessie May D Design. And Jessie Mae is Mae. She has it that her back is much longer than her front. But I've seen several of the ones of people who have knit it already, or her sample knitters evened it out a little bit, which is what I will do. I will even it out a little bit, but again, I'm going to do it so it comes to probably the top of my hips, and then plan to, because we wear skirts almost exclusively during the summer, so that the spring, summer, and fall, so it's perfect. You put on a skirt, you have a tank top underneath, and you put this on top, and it's absolutely perfect.
You want it to come to just about your waistband of the skirt, and maybe just a quarter inch lower than that, so that it covers the waistband when you're in a rest position. Right.
And then Helen was watching Fat Squirrel this morning, and she's doing the Magpie Tendency by Skenanigans, who is Melissa Alexander Loomis. That's that one.
And this one is intriguing because she knits, it's fingering weight, but she knits it on the size 10.5 needle.
Because
so it's a big, loosey, drapey.
I'm going to try and do this
stitch
so that you can see just the picture. You can definitely see she is wearing the camisole underneath.
So it's going to knit up quickly.
Yes.
It's going to be a cool looking top.
And we said that it was...
And she has several different options in the pattern where you can do it all one color. You can do it one color with a mini that's going to take, just do a band across your sleeve and shoulder. Or you can do multiple colors.
Here's
with a 3/4 length
color
sleeve.
blocking, where you can do one color on the bottom and one color on the top. And she has, it's going to take between 1 and 2 skeins depending on the size you do.
Yeah, I was looking at the chart. It calls for 6 to 12 inches of positive ease, depending on what you want. So for the size that I would pick, I mean, it's like 625 yards.
Yeah,
that's
2
how
skeins
quickly
yarn.
this is going to knit up.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing, because also you're doing it on a size 10.5 needle.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be casting this on.
Yes.
Very shortly. Here's my problem.
We have a dilemma. So between the crop top,
the ripple crop top,
and the magpie, we need colors.
We need colors. All right, so I know one of them is going to be in Stations 11. One of them is definitely going to be that. Then the other one is either going to be, these are 2 brand new colors. We're going to do another video after this to show all our new colors, because we've got a lot of them.
Yeah, we have, usually we do a shop update at the end, but we decided that it's going to be a long shop update.
So we're going to do a separate video.
Because we are going to be at Stitches Midwest in August, and we done up a whole bunch of new colors for Stitches Midwest. So these will be showing up again in that video.
Right. So I need to decide. This is really difficult. All right. I'm either going to do it in the Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Society, which is a brand new color, or I'm going to do it in Emma, which is also a brand new color, which is one of our new Jane Austen colors. I don't know. I can't
Final
decide.
decisions will be made, cast on.
Yes.
And it'll
This is so
be a 4th color and totally different.
Oh my God, this is so gorgeous. And then, but then there's this. I love this so much.
So the magpie's just going to knit up so quickly. You're just going to knit 2 of them.
I may do that. I may just do that and plan on doing that, because I don't like them together. I don't think I would do a block where color blocking this on top and this on the bottom. I don't like
Plus,
that.
I mean, for when I'm planning to wear these sweaters,
Yeah.
I kind of think I want them to just be one.
One solid color, yeah. So that is my dilemma. Helen is much more together, and she only has...
Yes, so I'm pretty sure the magpie is going to be in this one, which is brand new color. This is Persuasion. You might be getting the whole Jane Austen connection. So there's that for the magpie. And then the rippled crop top. What's this one?
And can I tell you, the only reason that is not on my pile is because Helen called dibs.
I dyed it. I get to knit it. This is our color for Where the Crawdad Sings. This is also part of the new update. It's based on the Great Blue Heron. And it's just these soft grays with just a little bit of pops of peach.
I can't tell you how much
And
I
I
love that
cannot
color.
Wait.
I just love that. It's
I
so
finished, this is
much.
one of those that I finished dyeing and I'm like, oh my God, this came out exactly the way I wanted it to. It's gorgeous. And I can't wait to bring it up and show it to Mary Beth.
Yeah, no, this is spot on.
Yeah, so this will be my rippled crop top.
So beautiful.
I'm just torn as to whether I cast both of them on immediately because I'll get excited about them, and then the other two that I'm halfway done will fall to the wayside. No, just go.
Go, do
Okay.
it. Do it. Just do it.
I
All
have
right.
31 cross stitch projects because of your just do it.
And you're going to be adding to that too. All right. I'm taking Helen outside of her comfort zone. All right. Okay, so moving right along. As we said, once we're done this video, we are doing another video for all the new releases. So, would you like to talk about what you're reading? Because I think we're done with yarny stuff right now.
Okay, I am listening to Before We Were Yours, which is about the orphans from the Tennessee Children's Home. It's excellent.
I love that book so much.
I really, in listening to it, and probably if I were reading it too, it's just like a get through the present day stuff, get me back to the orphans. And I've just started The Clockmaker's Daughter by Kate Morton, and I'm having a hard time getting into it, but I think that's just, I need to take some time and just take a chunk of reading time so that I can get into it, and then when I'm just reading at night, it'll be much better than just these choppy pieces that are, because it has a very choppy beginning, so that it's kind of hard to
figure out where you are, because again, it's going back and forth.
Right, and get into and just get a rhythm going. So
we just had some children go by and noise erupted.
from all over.
We
Under the
don't
bed.
like children going by. Okay, I am reading, I just finished The Girl Who Drank the Moon I wrote down the name of the author, Kelly Barnhill. I liked it a lot. I really, really liked it. It was a young adult book, but it was good, and it had me going at the end. Had me going a little bit at the end. There was just an absolutely beautiful passage at the end that I just loved. Absolutely loved. And then I finished listening to The Lost Boy by Christina Henry. She takes classics and fairy tales and does her own retelling of them.
And rips them to shreds.
She is very, very dark. I adore her. I love her books. I have done Alice and then The Red Queen, and now I just finished this one, and I'm all ready to start a new one. I really, really like her. Anyway, this one is Lost Boy. It's all about Peter Pan and Captain Hook. It's the true story of Captain Hook, and it was phenomenal. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. So right now, I am reading The Watchmaker of Filigree Street by Natasha Pulley. It's one of the books that we picked up at BookCon. I am not too far into it, but it's interesting. It's got a unique take, so I'm intrigued by that. And I am listening to The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton. And again, I am intrigued by this. This one is an old country manor house that has fallen into disrepair, and
It's like an Agatha Christie murder.
it is. It's like Agatha Christie time period and Agatha Christie murder. And is it really a murder? Did the person actually get murdered? Because now she's leaving notes for him, and it's intriguing. So I am listening to that one. I love the person who's doing it. And The Watchmaker of Filigree Street, I'm not into it enough to really realize what's going on with it yet. It's set in the 1800s in London. There's somebody who's working for the Home Office. There are Irish bombers part of it, and there's a pocket watch that suddenly appears in his rooming house. So I have to figure it out first.
Okay.
I'm only about 2 chapters in. I just started it. So it's enough to keep me going, but I'm not sure yet. So
We
that
should
one-
also talk about the fact that we just finished Daisy Jones and the Six.
Yeah.
And we listened to it, and I highly recommend listening to it rather than reading it. And you can do both, but the cast is phenomenal.
Yes.
It's a full-on cast. It is
Benjamin Bratt is doing one of them.
Jennifer Beals is Daisy Jones.
I was saying to Helen at one point, I'm like, which one is Benjamin Bratt? And she told me, I'm like, oh, of course it is, because then you hear him and you're like, oh, well, who else would it be?
Right.
But Pablo Schreiber is doing Billy, and
It's so good.
so good.
So good. It is definitely jumping into our 5-star reads. You'll see
We've already dyed yarn for it.
in the next video. It's made our 5-star read collection, yarn collection.
Yeah.
We will do a booktube on it, but cannot recommend it enough.
So good. So it is by Taylor Jenkins Reid is the name of the author. Phenomenal. So
It
good. It is really well done. It's following a band from the 70s. It follows a band in the 70s, and
It's an interesting
dating
style.
ourselves.
Yeah.
We both were alive in the 70s and listening to music in the 70s. However, if you're interested in music and rock and roll and anything like that, one thing that I found very interesting about it was it slips in like behind the scenes
Of the
without
recording. Yeah.
doing it full in your face kind
Yeah.
of thing. It's like they're telling this story and these bits and pieces of behind the scenes pop in, so it's really interesting.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Very good. And the style is slightly different, which is why I think it lends itself so well to the audio, because it's like a
Yeah.
documentary style thing. So just really good.
Yeah, recommend it highly. Go listen to it.
Yeah.
All right. That is pretty much all I have.
Yeah.
We will be doing a video later this weekend for The Lost Girls of Paris. We are going to be doing a video for BookTube for where the Crawdads sing. We have to do one for Daisy Jones. So we are going to be doing a bunch of those in the upcoming weeks because we've had some really good
Yeah,
books.
it's been, and we should do something that's like our top for the first 6 months of the year.
Okay.
Maybe we'll do that on Instagram.
That's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
Oh my god. How many do I get?
10?
Okay.
Your top 10? For 10, man, no, it depends on how long we're going to go. So,
Maybe top 5?
maybe top 5.
Oh my god.
I know what number 1 is. I mean, that's hands down.
Really?
But, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Number 1 is there.
Okay. Well, that's
I
high
mean,
up
for,
there.
For me, there's no...
But I gotta tell you, there are a couple that are really... Oh my god, that's really
Yeah.
gonna be hard. Okay. All right, that's something for me to think about.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to start putting that together. All right. Okay, so if you are a reader and you follow things on Goodreads, you can find me as MaryBeth494.
I'm Helen HG. 69.
I do not interact or do anything like that other than list my books and give it between 1 and 5 stars.
Yeah.
I very rarely even put in reviews. I did put in a review of one that I had a problem with the narrator for the Audible, but other than that, for the most part, I don't do that. I just list them. But Goodreads is a wonderful place that tells you at the end of the year how many books you've read and how many pages and all that kind
Yeah.
of thing. So that's kind of cool if you like reading and you like to see how much you've read over the year. Also, it's a way that I am actually keeping track of all my books because I've tried
And whether I like
notebooks
them,
and
yeah,
things like that,
yeah.
and this way,
It's just the easiest thing.
yeah, it's so good. So, okay.
Plus, I have gotten lots of suggestions from the people I follow. So,
Have you really?
yeah, because it sends me, it must be in my notifications that I get an email every time somebody that I'm friends with does something like you finished,
Right. Oh yeah, it does that to me
Lost
too, and I
Coin.
just delete
well,
the email.
usually
even
it's
look.
like, oh, I mean, sometimes I delete it and sometimes I'm like, oh, what are they reading?
Yeah.
So-
Okay. That's kind of cool. I do like to go and see if some of our friends are reading the same things we are.
Right.
And I did notice that someone did read Eleanor Oliphant too,
Yeah.
and liked it very much.
Who?
Claire.
Oh, did she? Okay.
All right. I think this portion is done,
Yes.
and
Stay
we're
tuned.
gonna
We're gonna be right back.
take a break. But we will be back very shortly with our second video. So have a wonderful week, everyone.
Happy 4th of July, everybody.
Oh my God, that's right. It's going to be the 4th of July next week.
Yep.
Oh my God. Look at that.
I cannot believe it's the 4th of July.
All right. Go forth in it, everyone.